All right, welcome back to Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Vinny.
I'm Dylan. Today we're doing some swing trades of the week, and if you were with us last week, we made a bunch of money. So good job.
Yeah, love it. If you guys enjoy this kind of entertaining stock market content, just go ahead and give us a like and subscribe below. We love having you, especially if you made any money with any of Dylan's trade ideas.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so disclaimer: this channel is literally called Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. If you follow us into any investment advice, you may actually lose all of your money. It does happen. We'll link Dylan's rules on how to swing trade above. Just you got to watch that video in order to keep yourself safe and know when something doesn't set up quite properly. And Dylan kind of breaks down his trades into 3 different risk tiers here, based on how likely he thinks they are to occur, and also like a risk reward ratio. So keep that in mind. Don't take anything above your risk tolerance. So we'll show you how we did last week here, Dylan.
Yep. So I entered the FISV option, as I had said before. I am out of Apple. I am out of SQ, and I sold all my shares of AMD. I ended up with 5R Apple, 3R AMD, 2R SQ. Not too bad.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, pretty solid. For AMD, I just converted it to an option because I don't like the market right now. I think it's kind of scary. So the most I can lose is like half of what I gained. So I converted, I had 100 shares. Now I just have one option. So that is essentially what's going on. These options I'm still sitting on. And yeah, if you took last week PDD, you made a bunch of money. I called a put. Unfortunately, it opened a little bit below the price that I wanted, but it still went down to like 102. So if you took it, you made a bunch of money. I didn't. I was busy Monday morning and lost my opportunity. And then Fubo, I actually gave you the exact level. I said it was going to bounce off 26. And look what happened. It bounced off 26.
Love it.
So
sometimes you're right. All right.
All right.
So this week you got WWE as one of your picks.
WWE. Yeah, let me share the right screen here. Yeah, there we go.
Gotta love wrestling, huh?
I don't at all, but the stock looks good.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So this gray dash line, 100 SMA, we kind of rejected on decent volume. Now remember, this stock does not get the same amount of volume. Okay, this is not a high, trending stock. In fact, let me get rid of this to just show you. It shares 500K shares. This is not your 20 million, share a day thing. So 500K for them is not bad. But they did, after putting in a doji right at the actual 100 SMA, they didn't close right above it, which is a very good sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and if it loses 55, I'm probably going to be out here if it sets a new low. So it's a very, very low risk to reward ratio. Because if that logic, if it hits 57 up here, 57.50, I've already got 1R, and I'll just put it to break even.
Nice. All right. Next up, you got Molson Coors. We did a couple videos on this stock, and I still own 200 shares of Molson Coors. So
you do? I'm at an option and 50 shares.
Nice. I love it.
I'm gonna probably buy another option. I am. This is a little bit of a social arbitrage play, a little bit long. So my call is a lot longer than my other ones. Have you had Topo Chico yet, Vinny?
I have not. There's one place that sells it for me about an hour away. I have to take a ride up there and try to get some.
Well, I did a little research of my own at some various July 4th parties, and I was like, hey, which one do you guys like more? And everyone said Topo Chico. I don't like any of them, but I don't care. I'm in this for money. So
yeah, I love it. That's some ground level data gathering right there.
I went to like 3 different ones, and everyone was drinking Topo Chico, and that's a very limited number. I know it was just 3 parties, but I was like, all right, I'll throw $1,000 at it.
I love it. All right, let's see what the chart looks like here.
Right above 100 SMA, exact same play. All right. Now this is a little bit more dangerous because this is not a great doji. Okay. You want to try to push through this 9 EMA on the daily chart. It is a little bit risky. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so this one, the stop loss would be below this 51 action. You want to wait on this one. I would not take this as a Monday morning play unless it opens up here. Then I would. Okay, but as far as this goes, I want to see what happens between this range, 53 and 52. Depending on how it looks, if we have good volume towards the bullish side, I'm going to take it long. If it breaks any of my rules, I'm not going to take it.
Interesting. Akamai, this is a gaming play, right?
No, this is cybersecurity.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm thinking of like a I'm thinking of the wrong company.
I mean, I'm not really convinced as to what they do, so I don't know if I'm
matter for swing trading,
person
right?
to ask. Yeah. Here, let me look up.
That's all good.
Yeah, they're like cybersecurity and cloud services.
Okay.
I don't know.
Some buzzwords.
Yeah, what I do is when they make my final chart, I look up to make sure their earnings is not too close, and they're not a scam. So they were recommended by enough people, an analyst, so I was fine with it. This is a breakout strategy, so you can see that we are just repeatedly hitting this 118-ish level, just boom, and then boom, and then boom, 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 boom. Right? See it?
Yeah.
So we're trying to bust through this. Okay. I would not. My stop loss is going to be about 114. If it loses this 50 average, I'm out. I'm not going to play that game because it could, do one of these where it goes up, it's about to break out, and goes all the way down for a while, and then takes another chance. I'll just hit it on the next way up.
Gotta love it. All right, and you got another interesting one here. Your bearish bet, huh?
Yeah. And I know what you're thinking. Dylan, you just recommended AKAM, which is clearly a tech company.
Yep, exactly.
So this isn't so much a swing as it is a hedge. Vinny, do you think we're extended?
Oh, yes. Very extended.
I agree. I actually bought one on Friday, and I might buy one more. They are costly. It was like $550 or something. I'm not going to lose more than half that. But the reason why I'm doing this is I'm okay if this fails.
Okay.
Because if the market continues to go up, I'm going to gain way more than I'm going to fail, like way more. But if it fails because this is an option and it's leveraged, after having my SPY put and my QQQ put, I'm going to lose like $500. So I'm okay for all my option plays. My Fubo will tank. That's not the same thing. But for all my option plays, I'll be a net negative $500, whereas I'll gain way more than that. So
how far out did you buy this option?
I think this is I bought one September 30th. I'm going to roll it every 30 days.
Okay.
To me on the chart, this looks very extended. All right. So this is the 9 EMA. This is good for looking at mini corrections, not huge corrections, right? This is COVID, but mini corrections, like around the 8 to 10% area. As soon as we get extended off of this line, and this is the weekly chart, by the way, everybody. As soon as we get extended off of this line, it usually corrects itself because it doesn't like to be that high. So here we got extended, we're hovering right above it, and then boom, here we're chilling. Goes all the way down that was actually more than 10%. Again, another 10%. So we're up here again. I don't like it. People who are looking at that would say, hey, Dylan, this is a hammer. Doesn't that mean it's going to go higher? The MACD is looking like it's going to go higher. The RSI is looking like it's going to, it's fine. Here's my problem. I don't like that this is approaching highs on lower than average volume. That's a problem to me. Like this rejection made sense. We are on above average volume in the 50 million, not 35 million. These, when we're hovering above rejections off this 9, we have huge volume. That makes sense. I don't like that we're approaching this on low volume. So to me, that's a bad sign. I'm going to hedge my other bets because, you know, I think AMD is going to 1 million, all that stuff. So, so yeah, that's this play.
Love it. All right. Speaking of AMD,
I'm not recommending this. It's extended. I'm already in it too, so it's fine. They are doing everything they can to get to 100. Every little bit of good news, a market maker just jumps them up 2%. So market makers, I think they want them to be at 100, even if there shouldn't be, just for the liquidity pools that are up there from the last time.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Bank of America, all the banks, they're all reporting earnings. Bank of America and Schwab actually made my final list of 5 stocks, and I did my earnings thing. I'm like, all right, well, now they're out. So,
yeah, it's hard to predict. I mean, I think we may get some like share buyback announcements, you know, this kind of earnings report, but still, yeah, what the market will do with that, you know, they might be annoyed that it's not as big as they had hoped it would be. So stock may drop.
I think they're going up. I really do. They're hovering right above the 100 SMA, and they did a great rejection off of it. A lot of the charts, except for Citi, look very similar to this. Citi's way down here. I don't know what they're doing. But Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Schwab, they're all very close to this picture. Mm-hmm. And they are on volume. You know, they went down not on volume except for one day. And then they had their big rejection. They killed it. So I think they're going to go higher. But as a general rule, I don't play into earnings.
Yeah, playing into earnings is always a little bit tough. That's for sure.
Yep.
So I can't say I blame you for staying away from it. And staying green. Staying green is very important.
Hence the hedge.
Yeah, I know, right? A little insurance in case the sky starts falling on you.
Small insurance policy. Although now I'm at $1,000 worth of insurance policies. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Have a good one.